Hello, welcome to Disgruntled Wargamer. This is Tom, and today we're going to be building some more Tinker Turf terrain. A few weeks ago, we built the Tinker from the Tinker Turf Tanker and Crate Container kit. In this hobby how-to, we'll be building the crate container and cargo crates. The process is very similar to the Tinker. We dab on glue at the indicated points, press the objects together, and clamp. Any excess glue can be wiped away with a finger or towel. There's no real trick to the roof, the floor, or the side piece, which is really a centerpiece. The wall is in the center of this container. It's a little odd at first, but it looks kind of cool. I cannot overstress how many clamps you actually need to do a project like this. It's good to have maybe 16 to 30 of these spring-loaded clamps, and in a little while I'll have to run and grab another set of clamps that I have, some span clamps, to really reach across some of the parts of the project. I don't know if it was necessary. Maybe it was overkill on my part. More on that in a moment. As the project starts to get a little more confusing, I'm going to slow down the video and let you hear my inner thoughts as I was working this project. Step 5, put the glue in the slots on the end plate and affix to the upright. I've forgotten which was the upright. This is the upright. You can tell because it has the tabs here and the tabs here, and they will go into there. Okay. I'm going to keep these clamps on this piece. And what I'll do is I'll come in with this guy. Nope. I'm going to use a little one. Little one might work. Okay. See if I can't get this to work right. It says to go in the slots, and I don't mind if a little bit gets in the middle there. This guy is going right there. And up the side a little bit. Now let's see if I can do a reach and clamp it. No, because it wants to pull it this way. Yep, that one works better. There we go. And now on that side, I need to make sure that my Ark of the Covenant pieces are on the same side. They're going to go that way. It looks like it doesn't matter which way the upright goes, which is good, because I didn't check before I started this. Book of the Covenant. We'll go there. And then view over there. I can reach in. Woo! Oh, did not get that to work. In retrospect, I probably could have left it balanced up against the wall, and it would have been fine with just some clamps on the top holding the little tabs together. But me being me, I went and grabbed something that I thought would solve this problem, when in reality there probably was not a problem. I just overreacted to a situation that I wasn't totally sure about. Oop, too much. You don't want so much pressure that you'll bend it. I just want to center it. Okay, I'm going to lay that down on its side, and everything's going to be fine. On the upper plate, we get a D2 and an E2. That's what goes there. Yep. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that first while the other structure is drying. So there's an E2. That's the last of this. And this D2. D2 and E2. Does it really matter? I guess it does. So it looks like the company sprayed over this plate with their logo. It's kind of a cool effect. Oh, I'm getting glue everywhere. My lid fell off. Awesome. If you're going to store your glue upside down, make sure you put your lid on tight. I did not, and now I have a big mess. That's what paper towels are for, and this glue cleans up with water really easily. So, no worries. That spot will just be tacky for a while. Back to this. This would be one of those times where using tweezers is a good idea. And when you apply pressure with the clamps, sometimes these will slide around. But it can be pushed back. All right. I'm gonna let that dry up. And I think I'll start with a lower plate. That looks great. Okay, this is not quite set. Much better. Back to this. A little bit in each slot. We can spray a little there. This time it clicked, I heard it. This goes together with ease. Wipe up my glue that I've spilled off the edges. And it's okay if it looks like it has a bad weld, I guess. This will dry clear. And I do think that I want to clamp this together, but if I do, it's going to have to be with one of these. You know what? I'll wait until I get the roof on, and I'll put one on both ends. So here comes the roof. Oh, it snaps in. Great. I didn't realize that. So there's a slot that this is supposed to fit into. Work. This one, not so much. Oh yeah, it's in there. Just this guy was a little crooked, but that's okay. The glue hasn't quite set yet, so it slides just enough to get my piece in there. So what I want to do now, okay, is I'm going to nope. With the Irwin, I'm going to go like this. And that'll hold this together while it dries. Yeah, I thought that was a problem. I do need 2 more clamps on this, I think. I don't really want to use these because they have way too much pressure. So I'm going to grab 2 more of these guys. I bought the Irwins on Amazon. No, I bought the Irwins at Lowe's. The Vitros, if I'm pronouncing that right. I got these. It's kind of backwards. Okay. I got the Vitros on Amazon and the Irwins are from Lowe's. They work pretty good together. There we are. Ugh, I don't like that. It's falling apart. It's my fault. Doesn't need that much pressure, but it just needs to stay together long enough for the glue to dry. And it's wanting to pop out of its grooves. So let me try again. This time I'm being smart about it. I'm going to have everything face the same way. Okay, now it's gluing. And everything looks straight. I don't want to touch it until I know it's dry. So, we're going to come back to this piece in a few hours. Oh, it's going to go over here and dry. Okay, what's up? This little bit of fast forward is me realizing that I have an extra part which actually belongs on the tanker container. After I figure this out, I move on and start assembling boxes. The boxes are pretty easy to assemble. You do have to punch out little squares for the top of the box. I did not realize this at first, but as I moved into the project, it became clear that that needed to be done. There's also some slots that need to be punched out as well. To secure the boxes while they're drying, you can use clamps or you can use rubber bands once the entire box is built. The crates only took an hour or two once I got the rhythm going. The containers themselves took the longest. I think this project in its entirety took maybe 6 hours. After I get the crates assembled, I switch back to the other container. I'm using an old box to store all the little tabs and bits, some of which might be useful later. That's another hobby hazard, I guess, is you end up picking all these little bits and stashing them for future use. Some of them you use, some of them you never get to. This container build is significantly easier than the last, as I've already done one, and I don't actually have any problems during this one, seeing as how I have a plan and I'm familiar with the product. Not bad. Guess the boxes go in here. Probably held in magically, technologically, magnetically. Yeah, I don't know. You can put the big one in, the small one. You can put some of the small ones on top of one of the medium ones. Rotate it around. Guess as long as you don't bump into it, it'll be fine. So, what could you do? Could mount some magnets to them. If you put magnets on the inside of the containers and then put magnets on the bottom here, that'll actually work. I'm going to try that on the next bunch. I'm going to magnetize some containers. I'm going to glue magnets to the inside of the bottom of every one of these. And I guess I'll glue one to the top. The top will need two if I want them to stack like this. Thank you for joining me on this build. If you've done this build or you have any questions about this build, go ahead and contact me in the comments. I try to respond as quickly as I can. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, etc. If you have any recommendations for improvements, let me know. I'm still fumbling my way through software and equipment, trying to figure out what I want to do for these videos. If you like videos like this, let me know. If you'd rather see other types of videos, let me know. This is just a hobby for me, so whatever enjoyment I get out of it is basically through the production of these videos. Messing around with these has given me some ideas for improvement. I think I'd like to put some weights in them or some magnets. If you do anything like that, let me know, share it, put it on Facebook, whatever. And thanks for watching.